2 weeks ago, I lost a bet and now I have 24 hours to invent something to prove my friend wrong. So I'm recreating 5 of Zack the Film's most weirdest inventions in Roblox. By the end of the video, tell me in the comments if you would use one of these weird contraptions.
When it senses movement, a drone lifts off, and it follows a pre-recorded flight path through your house, taking a video of everything around it to check for intruders. So instead of security cameras in every room, one drone checks them all, then stops recording once it's done. But it does capture everything inside your home and stores that information online, which is why some people avoid it.
Alright guys, I have an image of what we're going to be making right here. This is the drone right there you guys just saw on the short. This is the drone that we are going to be recreating. So let's put down my second monitor right here. And as you saw on the image, it was the flat bottom. It wasn't too big since it goes in a house, and there's an inside part too. Wow, like that. Wait, so this is the outer shell. This is the box. I do have a plugin that turns the edges smooth right here, but we're not going to be doing that now. We do have to make it fly, by the way, so let's keep that in mind. So this is the outside shell. Now let's make the inside, which is right here where the camera can just fly out. Wait, let's make that. There we go. It's looking pretty good so far, but this is a sort of blue black. There we go. Now we work on the little center part where the camera is going to fit in. Remember guys, it has to be a one-to-one replica. So you might be thinking I'm being a perfectionist, but I had to be a perfectionist on this one. So now I want to turn the red part into a hole, right, where the camera is going to fly out of. There you go. Now there's a hole that goes straight through the entire thing. Now let me actually undo this because I want to duplicate the red part to make the actual camera. Now this will be the camera, right? Because now it's a perfect fit to slide right in there. Alright, so now that we are done with the lens, let's start working on the propeller that is on top so it can actually fly. Then once we're done with that, we're gonna start working with AI to make it actually work. This is the last shot that we get as a reference, and I just noticed that there's this little thing on top, so I'm gonna have to add that. And there's a very small circular button centered on the camera box, so we're also gonna have to add that. And I want to see the propellers on top. It's like little holes on top of it. All right guys, so we are basically done. Like, bro, don't tell me this isn't like identical, bro. Like, look, you can see the ring light. Like, bro, what? Like, you see this little top part right here? Look at that. Look at that. I changed the color so you guys are able to see right here. If I change the color back to black, oh my gosh. Either I keep it smooth like this or I just make a bunch of square holes. I don't know. I think I'm gonna just keep it like this. Alright, so now we just gotta start smoothing things out. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. And also, when I finish with all these models, if you want them, the links to the models will be in the description if you like want to have them in your game or something. But yeah, all right, there we go, chat. We are done. We are done with the first build. It looks so good, bro. Look at this. There we go, chat. Look at that. It literally closes perfectly, and then you bring it back up. Bang. Look at that. Oh my god.
He attached a custom drone frame to a small umbrella before connecting a battery and controller so the blades could lift the umbrella. And he added a camera to detect where people are standing, while software inside keeps track of where you're walking and adjusts each motor's speed to keep it a few feet above you as you move. But if the wind hits too hard, it could drop onto your head.
To start off, I separated the entire map into like squares just to keep things organized. Over here is the drone, and I added folders for everything. But for now, we're going to be working on the umbrella, which you guys saw, which let's just use this square. Now the umbrella is going to be pretty difficult because as you guys saw on like from the video, I'm gonna show you guys again, this looks pretty like difficult to make. Like it's small, very compact, but I think it's possible. This might be the best angle we got, so I think I'm gonna go with this. Now the umbrella, we don't have to make that, we could just simply search one in the toolbox. So that one is already checked off. All right, so now we just got to pick a good umbrella. But for now, let's work on the actual like motorized parts. But the main thing about it is just like it records a person underneath with the camera and like follows that person. So I think that's gonna be very simple to make when coding. In case my editor forgot to put it, I will be finishing these builds on a live stream. But yeah, we're going to start off by, we first need a target for the umbrella to follow. So this will be the target. Now the camera is like very simple camera. Like if I could just search a camera right here in the toolbox, camera and umbrella, those are very simple. Like we could just use this for example, it really don't matter. So now we got to pick out the best umbrella. What do we got here? I do want it to be like very identical, like very similar. So we will have to make yellow. Ooh, this one look pretty good. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. Are you kidding me? It's a tool. All right guys, so there we go. I am done with the propellers. Actually the propellers I just got it from a model. This is the original, and if you look very closely right here, you can see there's actual stick that's holding up the umbrella. All right, so there we go. We're literally basically done. Let me actually bring this up so I can add the camera. We are literally done, chat. We're going to work on the functionality in a live stream, so make sure you guys tune in. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out when I go live. All right, but yeah, let's move on to the next invention.
He attached a motor to an aluminum plate, then added a tube packed with CO2 cartridges. A four-way hook was pushed into the tube, which was connected to a long sturdy string, and the whole thing was strapped to his wrist. When he fired the device, the CO2 burst, shooting the hook up into the air. And once it attached itself to a ceiling beam, he used a thumb to trigger the motor. This wound the string back up and pulled him into the air.
Build 3, which is the grappling hook, and as you saw from the video, it was like very detailed. Like as you can see right here, this is very detailed. So I don't know how I'm going to do this honestly, but mainly what I can see is like it's mainly just tubes like this. So I guess I'm going to start with the cylinder and see where I can go from here. All right, so something like this, I guess. So we're gonna put the grappling anchors right here. I think this might be too small though, so let me bring that down a bit. So yeah, we're gonna put the grappling hook right here and then figure out a way to put everything else back here. All right guys, so this will be the front of the grappling hook. This is where the grappling hook will actually be thrown. I just searched up a hook in the toolbox and grabbed this one right here, so it wasn't that big of a deal because I was not like, I don't know how to do this curvature turn. So yeah, that was my only option. All right, so next is the cartridge will have the string, I guess. So this right here, so I'm thinking we should make a custom like arm, but in the video it was like they used a strap. You guys can see that, like they use a strap around their hand. We could do that in Roblox, but it'll be difficult, but I can still do it, you know. All right, so there we go. I just added the straps on the arm part, right? So now I guess I could do a handle like this, because like with the grappling hook I can't make it like identical. It's just a lot. All right, so I think what I can just do is search grappling hook and hopefully we can get something good to work off of. Ooh, this is a nice design. I like this. The armrest right here is the arm straps right here, the black parts. So yeah, and I want to make this part right here. There you go. So that is right there. We also got to do the same for a red part, and there we go. So now we got a red and a blue part. Tell me in the comments right now which one of these inventions was your favorites. All right, so it's looking very bad because it's everything's the same, but I think I'm going to edit this blue part right here. I think I'm gonna make it smaller. I'm gonna continue the white part to go over this to make the black part look encased. All right guys, so here it is. It looks like the blue string is inside of it's enclosed inside of a glass, right? So I very like that effect. I've added this bottom right here. You can see it right there. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much good, low key. Let me put it back on the arm. It fits the entire arm, bro. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, I'm liking it right now. So I guess I can just start grabbing pieces from this gun right here and apply it to this one, because right now it is looking like very plain, bro. Like, what is this, bro? All right guys, so I just quickly cooked up something right here. I don't think I'm going to count this one according to the rules, because it looks nothing like the actual build, but I mean, how was I supposed to, you know what I'm saying? I did try my best though. I took random pieces from the gun and applied it to mine. It looks pretty sick, so I guess I'm just going to work on the materials. If I can make it look any closer to this, I will definitely do that before the live stream. All right, but yeah, let's move on to the next invention.
As it shot, the tank would literally hop around the battlefield, and the pilot would steer it with a joystick, using a powerful engine to blast the pole up and down. 6 gunners would line each side, blasting enemies from every direction. But every hop would violently shake the crew, and if the ground was uneven, the pole would just sink into the dirt, tipping the whole thing over, meaning it was never actually made.
Alright guys, so we are now on build number 4, alright? And for this build, we are going to be making the jumping tank. You guys can already see the screenshot right now. It is crazy, bruh. But low-key, this looks like a pretty easy, invention. So let's just head straight into it and start building. So first, as we can see, it has the base, a pretty flat base, which I'll have a cylinder for that. We can make that bigger. And now it just 3 stages, I guess, of the legs. Yo, we just started and it's already looking like this, bro. Oh my gosh, this is looking so good already. I don't know how I'll be able to get a flat surface like this, but I think what I can do is I could just put a part, make it a flat ground first. So this is going to be the base, right? That's gonna be the flat bottom of the tank, and then we could just use wedges to create this little curve effect. There we go. Look at that, chat. Oh my gosh, this is actually looking pretty good so far. So now I'll just have to fill these gaps in the corners, and then we'll start moving on to the walls, the guns, and the roof.
When you teleport, you might think it would just move your body from one place to another, but that's not actually how teleportation works. You see, the machine would destroy every part of you at the starting point, breaking you down to your atoms. Then it would rebuild a perfect copy of you at your destination. Now, this copy would have the same body, same memories, and same thoughts, but it wouldn't actually be you, meaning you'd be creating a new version of yourself every time. And even though it would feel the same, the original version of you would be gone forever.
Alright, so this is the last build of the video, chat. So everybody get excited. So what we are doing is the teleporter, right? This one's gonna be difficult, but what I really like about it is this right here, this thing that goes down on them. Yeah, I like that. I'm definitely going to be doing that. It has a top part and a bottom part, and what I really like about this is that it's mainly circles, so it's basically just cylinders. So I really like that about it. It looks like it's kind of a bit layered. So there's of course the base cylinder, a middle cylinder, and a top cylinder. All right, so I got the base done and complete. I like how it is right now, but it's looking too bland. I'm going to try to figure out how to do these cool little like designs. We have enough time, so don't worry. But yeah, let's quickly just duplicate this and flip it around and continue building. Alright guys, so I tried to get a little creative here and tried to like duplicate this over like 3 times to create this sort of like fading effect, but it's not really working. Let me actually try changing the transparency. Alright, there we go. That's a lot better. And this is the top roof part that I was telling you about. I really tried my best, Jan. I'm not even gonna lie, I tried my best, but I mean honestly I'm very proud of it. For the next few minutes, I'm now going to try to add designs on this cylinder. They look way too clean, plain, and like, you know, boring. So I'm gonna try to look for some type of design to put on them in the toolbox. I have a plugin called Archimedes, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the plugin to create a cool little like a design going around it. So now it makes like a perfect loop around the, well, not perfect, but currently looks very bad, but I'm going to have to end it off here. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the Discord call.
Tissot.